What is good, gang? We're going to talk about revision. Oh my gosh, you guys know I love revision. We've been talking about it a lot in my community tab, so I just want to have a quick chit chat with you guys. But I want to talk about what makes revision powerful. And Neville said that if there was one thing that you could take from his teachings, it would be revision. And let me tell you, I wholeheartedly agree. And something I've been realizing lately when it comes to just talking with clients and some of you guys in the comment section is I realize that most people are hesitant to revise their lives. And I remember I was too when I first started out learning about manifestation and revision because it just seemed so far fetched and it just seemed like, what? But I believe it's because most of us have this story that whatever bad or undesirable things that we've been through, we assume that it's made us stronger somehow, or we wouldn't be who we are now. But not knowing, we do that not knowing our belief in a past keeps us locked in a timeline where we try to change certain pieces of a script or a timeline that is already written, but never fully actually moving, completely moving within the mind of the all. So we're definitely going to talk about this. We're going to get into it, but before we do, I'm so excited to share this with you guys. I've been holding on to it since last year, but we have two new master classes for February and March, and it was very important to me that more people can join. So I will post them up here. So I'm excited for you to join me with this. But come February 8th, we have my specific person masterclass, and I will be sharing with you all of my unpopular opinions about manifesting a SP. Everyone is you pushed out, and the true meaning of manifesting your specific person, all of that good stuff. And we will have a juicy Q&A at the end of it. So I would love for you to join me for that. It's going to be lit right before Valentine's Day. So you can definitely manifest your SP in time for a Valentine's Day date. And then in March, on March 8th, we're going to be having our Money Magic Masterclass, which I'm so excited. I really definitely am pulling back the layers on this one. We're going to talk about how money is a current. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to talk about how money responds to who you're being. Just so much that goes in depth about really magnetizing yourself, making yourself a magnet, understanding your own power when it comes to you being the true abundant one. And we're going to have a juicy Q&A question there as well. And there is an option where you can come to both. You can purchase both at the same time. And if you've been in my recent live on Discord, you know the vibes are immaculate and it will be a blast. I'm so excited to share this space with you guys. Spots are limited, but more people can come than the people that are able to come in my Am Immersion Experience. It's going to be a little bit of a bigger group. So I'm excited to offer this to you, and I will definitely see you there. By the time that this video is up, it will be in my link down below. So let's get back to this video on revision. All right. So this desire to keep certain aspects of what happened to us in one specific timeline, but change certain aspects of it, all of this comes from the belief in time being a linear concept. And so, this is what I mean by getting inside the story, making ourselves small inside one particular story, and then trying to change or manifest from inside this story, right? And we're not going to really go into time because I made a video on time before, and I will link it down in the description box below. But however, the reason this does not work is because although we know is an illusion, again, all scripts are written and all timelines are set, but you exist in them all. So just like A Course in Miracles says, all scripts are written. And I want to get into this other passage from A Course in Miracles, and it says, I'll put it up on YouTube if you're watching over on YouTube, but it says, there is, however, no point in giving an answer in terms of the past because the past does not matter, and history would not exist if the same errors were not being repeated in the present. I love that. And then you scroll down just a little bit and it says, perception, however, is always specific and therefore quite concrete. And I love this. So what does this mean? You guys, this means that all of your memories and anything that you can imagine to be so in a perceived future, past, or present, all of them are imaginal acts. And anything you can consciously think of provides an imaginal act, right? It produces an imaginal act. So, more importantly, as I've said, when you're imagining, behind the imagination or the appearances, it implies something about your perception. What does it imply, you guys? I've said this a million times. It implies who you believe yourself to be and how the world is. So when you continuously want to keep certain aspects of yourself that were rooted in lack, and you imagine those things to be true, you are repeating the past in the now present and recreating that. So you'll never be able to fully move to another timeline because all of the timelines are set. All right. So the truth is, it does no good to try to keep those memories of struggle and try to manifest from there, because what you don't realize you're doing is you're trying to manifest from that timeline to fix that past or to fix that timeline or overcome it, because to hold on to that memory still implies that you feel that you are that person that's in lack. And to try to move the images around means you believe you live in this one reality, this only tiny section of reality, just this one reality that you are trying to change around and move to fit, to fix that version of you, or to fix the events of that timeline that's already set. But remember, you exist in them all. So, the beautiful thing about this is because creation is finished, you guys. So, you can choose to move to the script where things have always been the way you preferred. Again, you exist in them all, and all memories are imaginal acts. So, you can rearrange them to have gone the way that you preferred. So I want to use two examples here, and of course, one being SP, because I know that this is for a lot of people. So let's say me and SP have had a terrible fight and we broke up, and I want to manifest him back. But the truth is, you can't manifest from there because that script is written. Remember, there is no back to get to, you guys. And that's what trips a lot of us up, is because we think that there's a certain back to get to. All right. So he can't come back because you're trying to manifest him while still holding on to the belief that that timeline is real and that it's set, that you had the argument and it was terrible and you want him back. But the thing is, what does it imply about you? What does this imply about who you believe that you are? That I'm manifesting from lack, that I'm in lack, right? So you can't manifest him back when he never went anywhere on another timeline, right? Again, let's talk about money. So let's say how to manifest money to pay my rent, and I don't have any money right now. And the truth is, you're not going to be able to manifest it from that script, but you can move to the script where the money has already been there and has always been there by rearranging the past events in your mind, right? But you can't manifest from that point of believing that no money is there, because no matter how much you try to manifest money into your reality or manifest the rent to get paid, you can't manifest that while still believing that the past events of I don't have any money for my rent, or my rent is not paid, it hasn't been paid. You believe that that's the truth instead of rearranging or moving yourself to where it's always been paid. And then, you guys, this is where you do your techniques. Once you move over, then you're doing your techniques to affirm that it's always been that way, or you're imagining as if it's always been that way. But we do a lot of these techniques from the perspective of thinking that that one script or that past version is the only version that we believe is going on, and then we're trying to rearrange what happened in that script instead of moving, rearranging those events and then moving within the mind of the all, then affirming who we are, right? So again, you guys, it makes no sense to hold on to any belief that things did not happen the way that you prefer, because I've said this before. That breakup never happened to the one who has always been in a healthy relationship with SP. And the rent has always been effortlessly paid for the one who has always been financially abundant. Those memories you have of lack never would be able to exist on the timeline where you are financially abundant, where you have always had that healthy, successful relationship with SP. They're two different timelines that you exist in, and they would never string together for this continuity, because you would be implying that you're in lack and somehow trying to get something from a place of lack. But either you are identifying yourself as in lack or identifying yourself from fulfillment. Either way, you're going to fulfill yourself, because it's you that's the only unchanging factor, you as I am. All right. And the truth is, we only have this one moment, and you can choose according to who you believe that you are. But you cannot change any one script, any one timeline. To try to is to say that any one version of I am is not good enough and must be fixed. But all timelines are needed. I've said this so many times. All timelines are needed, and they're all perfect, because they make up the whole of I am. They make up the whole of you. So it's to honor that you exist in all of them and have many perspectives and perceptions of I am, and to then to choose from your infinite potential as I am, not from inside any one limited story or limited perception of yourself. Again, just like A Course in Miracles said, perception, however, is always specific. It is always specific to the perception that you have of I am, and therefore it's quite concrete. So anytime you limit your I am and what you think, who you're thinking from, what you're thinking I am is, it is going to create a concrete, it's going to produce something concrete in your world for that specific timeline, you guys. All right. Whether you decide that you're healthy, whether you decide that you're in lack, you're poor, you have it all, you're so rich, whatever it is the perception that you have of I am that makes it concrete. And a certain timeline is produced from the belief or those memories of what you believe I am is, or those imaginal acts. And they all exist: present, future, past. They're all in the now, because they will happen, they have happened, and they are currently happening now, all at the same time, and you exist in all of them right now. So it makes no sense to hold on to anything that you believe that doesn't even exist right now. It's only existing in your memory, so you're still creating from lack, you guys. So rearrange that thought or that unpleasant thing that you believe that you went through, and then you will move to the timeline where it's always been abundance, it's always been love, it's always been trust, it's always been a beautiful life, whatever it is, you guys. So just try it. Don't hold on to anything that does not serve who you truly desire to be. All right. So I'm going to leave this video right here. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you guys, and I know I will see you guys in my new master classes. I'm so excited to share this space with you. And yeah, remember, you guys, your imagination is the keys to the kingdom. It is the keys to the kingdom. Your imagination, that's where you go and play. That's where you go and be a little kid again. That's where you go be Delulu and all of that. So it is the keys to the kingdom, and it's on your side. And the world is on your side from what you imagine. So everybody is in on it. Remember, everybody is in on it from who you decide that you're being. All right. And I am too. I am here for you too. I'm on your side. All right. And I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.